You're listening to the Agony Column News Report featuring interviews, phone interviews, reports from live book events and festivals, and conversations with readers. You can find additional news, interviews, book reviews, and more 5 days a week at the Agony Column website at trashotron.com/agony. I'm speaking with Malinda Lo. Her new novel is Adaptation. Thank you for joining me, Malinda.
Hi, thank you.
This novel is a departure. Last time around, you were writing urban fantasy, and it was really dense and complex. Now you've gone to some very intense science fiction. What brought about the change?
It came to me in a dream. Seriously, I had a dream. It was really a very intense dream where I was in an airport and these birds started falling from the sky. And the news was on in the airport, as it always is, and Bill Clinton was on the news telling us all, it's all going to be fine, really. And it obviously was not going to be fine. So when I woke up, I ran to my office and I wrote it down really fast in my writing journal because I thought, this is an awesome beginning to a book. And I just kept thinking about it for months. And so I started to figure out how to turn that dream into a book. It was a 3-year process.
It really is an intense beginning, and I'd like you to talk a little bit about, because it's the plotting for a science fiction thriller like this is very different from urban fantasy. You have a different kind of world building where you're transforming essentially the world we know into something very different instead of beginning with a world that has all these things woven through it. Talk about the difference for you as a writer.
Well, the main difference for me with this book and its sequel, it's a 2-book series. So this is basically the first half of the story, and then next year the second half will come out. So the main difference for me with these 2 books, with my first 2 books, which were fantasy, was these 2 are much more of a mystery. So it's definitely, my goal was to write a thriller, but also there's a very big mystery involved. So there were all these mystery reveals that had to happen at certain points in the plot, and that was so hard to do. I am so grateful that I am now writing with Scrivener, this word processing program. It's kind of like a storyboard. So each chapter is represented with an index card on a virtual corkboard, and you can move things around. You can move the plot around in any way you want. And I did a lot of moving those index cards around to figure out how to build in the mystery reveals. It was a big challenge. I thought it was so fun, though, because I love reading mysteries.
The mystery aspect is really apparent.
Yeah, well, one of the reasons
Sample complete. Ready to continue?